the tension in the Sea of Azov has obviously been brewing now for a number of months. It's something we've been tracking very closely. There have been a number of tit-for-tat vessel seizures by the Ukrainians and the Russians in the spring. A Russian crew was detained in April and only released at the end of October. In fact, the captain is still being held and now facing criminal charges. It all comes back to the question of sovereignty of Crimea, right? So from the Russian point of view, Crimea is now de facto a part of Russia. And the 2003 treaty, which monitored access into the Sea of Azov, is no longer valid. From the Ukrainian point of view, of course, and the point of view of the most of the international community, Crimea remains an integral part of Ukraine, and therefore nothing has changed. I think, though, and I think most analysts would agree that President Poroshenko's assessment of an imminent land invasion from Russia is really not credible.
And Tim, it's interesting you mentioned that these tensions have been brewing for quite some time. Why do you think we're seeing them flare up, escalating to the extent that we are now?
So I think this was, to some degree, inevitable. The Kerch Bridge, which the Russians have constructed to create a land border between the Russian mainland and Crimea, which was critically important for their project, that is now open. And effectively, it's creating a situation whereby Russia has direct control over what vessels enter the Sea of Azov and leave the Sea of Azov. There is complaints from the Ukrainian side, not unsurprisingly, of further delays in transit, increased inspections. There's a low bridge clearance as well, so it limits the size of the vessels which can go through. That all has a major impact on the Ukrainian economy because two of major ports are in the Sea of Azov, which allow Ukraine to export its steel and agricultural products. So I think it's been inevitable. Why now? To some degree, it's good timing from the Ukrainians' point of view. There's been movements, I think, from the European side about perhaps relaxing the sanctions against Russia. So from the Ukrainian point of view, this pressure needs to be kept up. Obviously, we're facing a G20 meeting at the weekend in Buenos Aires. There's potential for a Putin-Trump meeting. And so the Ukrainian side needs to keep the pressure ratcheted up domestically. There's also a domestic point of view, which we're coming into a presidential election period in Ukraine, also, which is scheduled for end of March 2019.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.